Hello everyone, my name is Keith Jones and I'm the Nurse Manager for Leadership Initiatives in South East Sydney Local Health District. I've been in the role now for about 3 years, and part of my role is supporting leadership development for all nurses and midwives and allied health workers across our district. And much more recently, in about the last 12 months or so, I've been involved with leading our organisation, supporting leadership development for our emerging and early career nurses and midwives in the Nightingale Challenge. We're very curious as an organisation, and we thought it would be a really good idea to see, what other organisations are doing, specifically around what they were doing with the Nightingale Challenge. And we thought it would be a great opportunity to look at, what we've done already and reflect on that and see, what we can share with other organisations and what about the resources and what we've developed to support our Nightingale Challenge participants. But also to see what they're doing and how they're supporting the Nightingale Challenge participants, and see if there's any things that we have in common that we can share and move forward to really support our participants to engage in the challenge and recruit people to the challenge, and look at what strategies people are using and other organizations, and see, if we can share that, and look at how we can possibly network with people as well from other organizations. We've partnered with an organization in nursing and midwifery service in India, and we've met a few times online only. When I say we've met, we've just emailed each other, and we've looked at starting to think about how we can focus on supporting our leadership participants in the challenge. But I guess, with COVID came along in the middle of all that and kind of threw things off track a bit. And so some of the things that we really looked at doing is sharing resources and how we can support our organization and our all our colleagues preparing for COVID. And so we shared things like PPE training. We shared what our policies are here in Australia, and our friends in India shared with us their policies and what they're doing. And that was a really good exchange of information. And also then we started to look at, maybe from an education perspective, what we could do to support each other around preparing people for, dealing with the pandemic. And then now we've reached a little bit of a hiatus with that, and we've had an email conversation looking at how we can reconnect and really start to focus on the purpose of our partnership around supporting leadership development for our early career nurses and midwives. And that's kind of where we're up to with this partnership. But we're also planning to form a partnership with another organisation locally in Australia, that's in Tasmania, and we're quite excited about that. And I guess, if you like, I think you can have more than one partner, which, the more the merrier, I say. Joining the challenge was fairly easy and straightforward, because nursing now, I think, had a really good communication strategy around what the challenge was about and how you could join. So as an organisation, we were guided as to what we needed to do to join the challenge by Nursing Now, so that was quite straightforward. I think joining the partnership was a little bit trickier, to be honest. And I think that what happened initially, before you had the partnership Facebook platform, was that we were emailed and asked if we wanted to join with a partnership. And even though there was a little bit of information about it, we weren't really sure as an organisation what the expectation was and who we really wanted to partner with. So we just emailed back to you guys at Nursing Now saying, well, we're happy to be partnered with anyone and see how we go. And then you joined us up with the organization in India. And kind of that's how that partnership started to evolve. And then I contacted John Eels Makawan, who's the senior nurse leader in India and in the organization in India. And then we started, to communicate from there. So yeah, it's taken a little bit of trial and error to see, what we both want out of this partnership. And I think, they can be, you can either have a set of definitive questions you want answered and what you want to focus on as part of your relationship in the challenge, or I think it's okay for it to become organic and you can work that out together as you go along. I think it's about connecting and networking, both, locally and globally is really, really important. It may be useful to have a set of questions. So what do you want to get out of it? Is it something that do you want to connect with an organization that's completely different to yours and culturally very different, so that you can learn from each other and share experiences that way? Or is it something that you would prefer just to do locally to start off with till you become more familiar with what having a partnership in the challenge is all about? It's also thinking about, not just, what's in it for you, but what can you offer other people in this partnership? What resources can you share? And what's the opportunities for the senior leaders in the organization to connect and network, as well as trying to connect the participants of the Nightingale Challenge? Because after all, this is a global social movement. And so it would be really good to try and connect as many people as we can. And then, some of the things, as I said, so that you could have a set of things that you wanted to get out of it. Could be, sharing your leadership programs, or looking at webinars that you could share, have Zoom meetings or Skype for business meetings, webinars to just try and network and have those conversations and meet leaders from other organizations. Because some of the things that we've just started doing locally is trying to connect our Nightingale Challenge participants with the senior leaders in our organization, try and flatten that hierarchy so younger leaders feel more comfortable engaging with and talking with senior leaders. But that could be done, in a partnership, and you could meet participants could meet senior leaders from other countries and other parts of Australia also. So I think that would be really useful. Also, I think it's important to kind of reflect on your partnership and see how it's going after a while, and if you're both getting something out of it. And then, if you are, that's great. But if it's not quite going the way that you want it to, then what can you do to kind of strengthen it and make it better?